All right. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman, where comedians discuss their pets and their love lives. Heavy Petting.
All right, welcome to Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman. Welcome my guest, Hagan Murphy. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm good. It was like a whirlwind of activity when I got home from work. It was like there was lots of stuff that had to be fixed urgently. So, but we made it here on time, so that's good.
So you've already had a productive day?
Yeah. Why don't you introduce me to your pets or a pet?
Yeah.
However you want to do it. You have 4 dogs?
4. So this is my friend Gustav, this angry looking black lab. He is 7. I don't know if you could see him. There he is.
Okay.
He is a fearful dog.
Fearful?
And I got him fearful.
Okay.
He was rehomed.
Okay.
After he was a year old, and he was aggressive, and now he's just my secret buddy.
Oh.
I got him originally to trap my wife.
Oh, really?
Because once there's a dog involved, lesbians don't go.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. I get it.
I was like, oh, look, let's get another dog.
Because you're dog parents, and so you have to stay together. Yeah.
Okay.
Smart.
I know. All right, next I got Stinky, this little rat terrier here, this fat white dog. He's supposed to be 12 pounds, and he is 16.
Oh.
And we adopted him while we were on our honeymoon. They were trying to clear out the animal shelter, and they said there's only two ways to clean out an animal shelter. That's to either give him away or they could be put down. And I asked to see the oldest dog they had, and I took him.
Oh, right.
So now I'm just, so Stinky's cool. I think he used to work for the cartel.
Maybe so.
He could climb chain link fences. And
really?
He bites people I don't like. Yeah, it's fantastic. He does like the Mission Impossible climb.
Wow.
He's bitten my mother-in-law multiple times, so that just tells me she doesn't listen. So, he's probably.
Now, where were you on your honeymoon?
El Paso.
Oh, yeah, they have a lot of problem with their shelters down there lately. Because when I was down in Austin, the same thing, they couldn't take any more, but I guess we got that problem up here now too. So I guess it's probably just everywhere.
Is Washington a no-kill state, or are there just no-kill shelters here?
I think there's just no-kill shelters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Mama is my pit bull mix right here. I call her where is she? You're a big girl. So She is 80 pounds of love. I got her because Gustav and Stinky don't actually cuddle.
Okay.
And when my dog died, I think I made it a whole week without having any cuddles. And I was like, all right, I can't handle this. So
you gotta get a cuddle dog.
Yeah, so she's my big cuddle dog. She's like the world's best grief dog. So if anybody loses anybody in my family, they stay in one of our rooms upstairs, and they usually just eat a lot of Mexican food and smoke a lot of pot. And then Chloe just stays with them for days.
All right, I'm coming over.
I was going to say, she's 10. She's very gentle.
So wait, Mama and Chloe are 2 different dogs?
Oh, no, that's the same name. It's just I thought her adopted name is Chloe, and I don't like the name Chloe. It's a basic bitch name.
Got it.
But
I'm sure my niece Chloe would love to hear that.
I think Chloe is a basic bitch name, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You know. And then Nootskis, where's my handsome Chonka Chunk? Come on, Chonkies. So I have this. Here, Noodle, come on. He is a Saint Bernard Pointer mix.
Oh, wow.
And,
That's a weird combination.
Yeah, so I thought I was getting a pointer from a pointer rescue because we agreed to get him when he was still in the womb. Nope, well, I guess Mama will get cheese. Come on, Nootskis. Come on, Noodle.
So who is
So
this
this
last
right-
dog?
Newt.
Newt.
Nootskis. Yeah. So he is my big baby boy. So
Aw.
he drools a lot.
I was gonna ask, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a drooler and he's persistent and very intelligent. So
Well, I see you have 4 big dogs. I mean,
no,
3 big dogs and one that thinks he's a big dog.
I was gonna say he does have a big personality.
Yeah.
Probably the
So-
biggest personality in the house.
So, okay. So when somebody rings your doorbell, what happens?
It depends on whether or not they think it's a threat. So usually the Chihuahua will perk his ears up and everybody, if he sounds the alarm, then all of the dogs will run up. Like if it's the mailman, they only bark at their board.
Oh, okay.
Like there's one particular neighbor who they hate,
Uh-huh.
and or actively hate them. And then each dog has like one other dog in the neighborhood that they have to like talk shit to. So like Mama doesn't like Dorky that walks by on a red leash like twice a day.
Uh-huh.
He starts barking at him. Everybody else ignores her. But you know, like Goose doesn't like the fucking Labradoodle that comes around prancing. But I think it's just because that Labradoodle's prettier than Goose.
Oh,
But I
wow.
don't take threats seriously unless Newt thinks it's an issue. He's pretty chill.
Well, they all are super chill right now. Like I have 2 dogs and I feel like I can't manage them, and yours are all just like, yeah, we're here.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. I think I've been really lucky to have such a big pack that's super mellow.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you have a big house and big yard, or?
I mean, so we live in the Oakland Madrona neighborhood, so I think they're regular size lots.
Uh-huh.
Hello,
Yeah.
dang it. But it's significantly bigger than our last yard that we had.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my house, I only live in the downstairs part of my house, so it's probably like 700 square feet downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
they're pretty content.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem
Pretty spoiled.
They're-
They have
they're so who does tricks, or who has special little weird quirks? I mean, you've told me some things, but
Yeah, so Stinky can actually army crawl. So him and I will army crawl and we'll scream together as one of our activities through
okay.
the house. You know. So
Does he
that's
just do
probably
that? Does he just do it when he wants to, or do you have a command that can make him do that?
If I start it, he'll start it.
Got it.
Yeah. So if I go down on my belly, like seal style,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go down and he'll start screaming, and then we'll just crawl around. My wife does not particularly care for that trick.
Yeah,
I think it's good for our relationship.
that's bonding, right?
Exactly. And then
Mm.
morning when I get up to do yoga, Goose and Newt come up with me, and we do our stretches. And Newt is super awesome. If I do my ohms, he's been howling with them.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so one day he'll be pretty woke.
Well,
And
that's
then,
cool.
Yeah, Mama knows how to shake. but I didn't teach her that. She came with
You
that
came loaded
experience.
with that one. Yeah,
You know, when you get them at 7, they're usually pretty trained.
right.
Like, hey man, I'll just love you till you die. I got you.
Uh-huh. I know I've thought about doing that too, like getting the oldest dog in the shelter.
Yeah.
And that was kind of really was going to be my next move, not knowing that, oh crap, I forgot to do something here. Not knowing that there was going to be some grieving that I wasn't expecting. And I'm like, I don't think I can do something else dying right now. So I decided not to. Okay. I got to figure out where this episode is on my. Do you have a comedy page yet? Or do you just use your personal page?
I'm just using my personal page, like on Facebook, but on Instagram, I don't use it for anything besides comedy. Does that count?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like right now they've made some changes. Like you can't just go check on your comedy page now. You have to log in as, which I think is maybe what I didn't do. You have to log in as your comedy page or you can't do anything. And so you'll think that you are, but you're not. And it's really annoying. And so like what I usually do is that I take the episode and share it to my regular page. But right now I can't find the episode because it's being ridiculous with me. It's showing me all these other things that I apparently followed when I thought I was on my own page, but I was on my comedy page. So it's just, I'm just trying to share my show. Like, why you got to make it so hard? Facebook, why?
I'm technologically behind for my age, so one day I'll catch up. I took like 10 years to get Facebook, and by the time I got on, it would be updated to like Instagram and Snapchat. I'm going to keep using Facebook with the boomers.
Yeah, well, I know that feeling about being behind. You know what I did today? I'm starting to do old lady things. You know, like so yesterday I ordered flowers for my daughter-in-law and son-in-law because his mom died. And apparently instead of putting their address as the mailing address, I put it as the billing address. So the flowers came to us today. I'm like, really? Like I'm just doing old lady stuff like that. So, oh well, I can't figure this out.
Do you want any compression socks?
I have some, and I have compression sleeves for my legs too. Yeah, no, I got all the old lady stuff over here. I got the shoes that you can put on without bending over.
Yeah.
Which they're fantastic, by the way. Really good shoes.
I have a whole drawer of just compression socks, but I decided for foot health to stop wearing them. And I was like, well, I paid a lot of money for all of these compression socks, so I have to figure out what to do with them.
So what do you have them? What did you get them for? Just because you like them?
I have some blood clots because I have a lot of chronic injury. But, you know, just in case I have a stroke at 30, one of my big fears. But used to do like the stomach injections and stuff. So
got it.
I don't need it.
All right. So if your dogs were gonna write a review about you, what do you think they would say?
I think Goose would say that I'm reliable.
That's a good thing.
So he doesn't he doesn't like my wife anymore. So he was originally my wife's dog, and then when she joined the Navy, and then she'd be gone for long periods of time. Like the first couple times, he just ignored me and didn't act like I existed. But now that when she comes home, he just completely ignores her, and now he's my dog.
Oh, got it.
He settled for me, but I'm all right.
He
Like,
switched
Yeah, he was-
allegiance, but he knows that you're gonna be there.
Yeah, like only 3 stars from Goose.
Okay.
Chloe's a slut, so she would just say, 3 stars, but if you're nice, you could take me home. Kind of hurts my feelings.
Right.
Newt, my baby boy, he would give me 5 stars because he thinks I'm the best.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Stingy, he probably would give me 4 stars because he's no longer the favorite and he's bitter.
Okay.
But,
But
we
still,
do-
you'd be, you're not getting any 1s or 2s.
Oh no, they all love me, thank goodness.
I know. Dogs are great. They really are. I spent my day, I shouldn't say this out loud, but I spent my day at work looking at all the different shelters in the area for a dog that I thought could fit in. There's just so many pit bulls out there. And I feel so bad. And it's like, I have this fear of getting a pit bull and then having to move somewhere that doesn't allow pit bulls,
Yeah. Like, I think pit bulls are hard. I stopped actually going to dog parks because of the way Mama was being treated. Because she's a playful dog, and I mean, she's big.
Mm-hmm.
And she's fat. Like, and if she plays with other people's dogs, people act like she's being aggressive with them just because of her breed. And
Oh, right.
she's just only playing. Like, she looks intimidating with her build, but her cry is just
Right.
like a pathetic, like lonely cry, which is actually more embarrassing. We're walking by and we see a family. She's like, instead of like being intimidating, she just sounds so little. And I mean, like, when you get to where you're going and you think you're gonna stay, maybe check them out.
I know. I'm really thinking about. There's a couple right now that it's just that they're giving away dogs at Tacoma Humane Society this month.
The whole month for November?
Yeah, and I think they started like on the 17th because they had a little bit of kennel cough going on in the back, so they're just trying to clear everybody out, get everybody healthy, so they can kind of like But I went the other day and looked, but anyway, all the other dogs went, and all the pit bulls are still there, and I don't know. I might have to, might have to. All right, we're going to switch. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say 7 is my favorite age to adopt because they still have a couple of their prime years, but then after a year or two, they're settling down into senior mode.
Right, right. I think you're correct there because my dogs are both 7. And if somebody else had raised them, they'd be really good dogs right now. Okay, so we're going to switch now to see if you have any stories you could tell me about heavy petting of the human variety. And I am going to stop and define that right now because, somebody will be watching that doesn't know what that means. Back in the day, we called like making out heavy petting. But for the purposes of this show, anything to do with dating, love, sex, marriage, anything in that realm. If you have a cute story, I would love to hear it. It doesn't have to be cute. It can be.
I know when you say cute, I was like,
noteworthy of, so whatever. Yeah, tell me a story.
Okay. I have to think of what's actually cute. Like my wife and I are currently going through a divorce right now, so I'm like, I'm not going to talk about her. But I was dating somebody for a while, and I ended up going out with them and their roommate, and I ended up breaking up with them in a public place, and then I went home that night with their roommate instead, which was very uncomfortable. Well, it like felt way more natural, but like the social implications of it were very uncomfortable for me.
And the person was there?
Yeah, the person was there and they didn't mind. But it was still awkward. I want to say like all three of us were super awkward the next day, but it wasn't like out of the blue or anything.
And nobody was like mad or anything like that.
Yeah, nobody was mad. It was just kind of embarrassing, I think. And then, you know how like all three people stopped being friends afterwards. So
That's
like,
what happened.
dumped it. Yeah, we just dumped the whole pot.
Okay, now I don't want you, I don't expect you to speak for all lesbians, but is that like a typical cultural lesbian thing that happens from time to time, or was that just
Because
specific?
you have to get into the group, and there's always one person who's always dating in the group.
Right.
So you usually have to date the person who everybody dates to enter. So like in San Diego, where I grew up, like everybody who entered our friend group all dated the same one person. And then it never worked out with that one person, but then you became friends with the rest of the group.
So they're that one person is the introductory lesbian.
Exactly. So yes, so our community had an introductory lesbian. And then from there we would date within the group, which it was kind of weird for me when my roommate for years ended up marrying my ex-girlfriend. So that happened this summer, and I was a little upset about it because I was with that girl for like 2 years, and I was like, you know, like I had slept with my roommate a few times, and I was really upset that my roommate settled. But that's okay. That's part of life.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like, I don't know, those kind of situations, like I got too much jealousy for that kind of stuff, but
yeah, so I actually don't have very many gay friends. Like my best gay friend in Washington right now is a man in his 50s who's gay at work but married to a man at home, but nobody knows he's gay. I don't want to say that he's in the closet, but he's probably my best gay friend here. And it's like, all right.
Got it. Huh.
So,
okay, well, that's interesting. That's just going to make, I'm going to be thinking about lesbians, introductory lesbians all night. No, because like I used to sometimes go to the gay bars and I was always mad that nobody ever hit on me. Like we'd go to the lesbian bar and like nothing. And it would be like, fuck you guys.
Whatever. There are the gatekeepers. Like if you offend the head lesbian, everybody ices you. That's one of the rules. So maybe the head lesbian was threatened by you.
Yeah, maybe
that's
not.
A thing.
It is a thing.
It is a thing.
Well,
I puppy bow at all head lesbians I meet, so they know to not be threatened by me. I like acknowledge.
How do you know there's a head lesbian?
You could tell. They all puff around differently, and it's like, I am the most bottom of all of the lesbians. Please be kind to me and leave me alone. And nobody is, I want to say that nobody hates me, but maybe I'm not important enough to be part of their hierarchy, which is kind of nice.
Oh, you just go under the radar.
Hopefully.
All right. So what is the best compliment you've ever gotten on your naked body?
Oh, you ready? I didn't know your legs could be longer than me if I'm taller than you. So.
Oh.
I had a girlfriend who was like 5'10", but my legs like only go butt to butt. I was actually had longer legs than her, and that was like the sexiest thing I could feel. I was like, oh yeah. Of course, a man has said that to me, and it wasn't a compliment because he was taller, but he had short legs, and I was like, yeah, we can't have sex this way.
So you got legs, you know how to use them.
I do, hopefully.
Oh, okay. Well, so where can we see you? What do you got coming up? What's going on in your career life?
Yeah, so this Wednesday, so I'm at Nate Jackson's I have that 8-minute set for my booked mic.
Oh, and fun.
Oh yeah, so that'll be on Wednesday.
At what, 8?
Yeah, 7:30.
Okay. Sorry.
And I'll probably probably be at the Shanghai room on Friday. So my wife just returned from deployment, so I didn't want to book myself out or put myself out. I did sign up for the Open Mic Collective for December, but I haven't heard anything back yet for dates.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. I'm not that popular yet. But that's
Well,
okay.
you will be. You will be.
Thank you.
I was thinking about maybe I'll come see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the late show. I'm doing the show over at Tacoma Comedy Club. So I'm not really one to make 2 shows in one night. That's like a little too much excitement for me. Because I was like, oh, I'll come see you. And then I was like, oh, wait, I got to be somewhere. So I probably won't. But I just want you to know that I thought about going to see you and I was excited about it for, half a minute.
Oh, thank you. I'll let you know when I get some dates again.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do more in Seattle and Olympia instead of Tacoma. Some of the lesbians that go to Bob's, who I want to say like half of them find me attractive, but they ran into me while I was grocery shopping and all I had in my cart was batteries and cottage cheese. And I felt like I was no longer attractive to them. And I was like, now they know my secrets. So I've been trying
That is hilarious.
not
Batteries.
impact and bear when I see them anymore.
You need to write a bit about that because that's funny. Just that combination there is fantastic. All right, well, we burned through this. I'm really glad that you decided to do this with me, and I'll edit this out and put a cute little front on it, and I'll send it over to you as soon as I'm done. I'll
Sounds
see you
good.
around, and a happy Thanksgiving if that's something you do. And good luck tomorrow night. Kill it. I'm sure you will.
Thank you. Let me know if you want to borrow Mama for a couple hours.
Okay, I will. All right.
She'll probably just want to lay on top of you, but she'll be
That's
too tired. It's
perfect.
really nice. It's
Okay.
like very calm.
Okay,
All
cool. All right, bye.
Bye.
Heavy petting.